Sri Lanka is the perfect example of how China's financial assistance is nothing more than a trap. China gave Sri Lanka a 1.26 billion loan in 2007 so that the island nation could construct the massive deepwater port known as the Hambantota on its southern coast. Although the port was intended to be a significant hub for maritime trade, Sri Lanka largely failed to carry out operations in the port. As the time went on, it was inevitable that Sri Lanka would be unable to repay the loan. As a result, Sri Lanka was compelled to give China control of the port in 2017. Many criticized the Hambantota Port Agreement as an example of debt trap policy. China also stationed its military personnel at the port, sparking concerns that Beijing might attempt to establish its dominance in the Indo-Pacific area. And after that, we all know what happened in 2022 when the economic crisis erupted. Now, to lessen the influence of China in Sri Lanka and importantly, in Indo-Pacific's crucial maritime routes, the US has devised a plan to invest in Sri Lanka's Colombo port. In a strategic move to counter Sri Lanka's troubling Indo-Pacific dominance, the US has unveiled a $553 million project to build a deepwater shipping container terminal in Sri Lanka's Colombo port. This initiative, funded by the US International Development Finance Corporation, aims to enhance Sri Lanka's infrastructure and elevate Colombo into a premier global logistics hub. The West Container Terminal expansion will accommodate the region's growing economies in the Bay of Bengal. Reportedly, DFC Chief Executive Officer Scott Nathan emphasized that this investment will foster prosperity in Sri Lanka without increasing sovereign debt, simultaneously strengthening alliances across the region. Sri Lanka, facing a severe financial crisis, welcomes this boost to its economy. Although the most interesting aspect of the story is that the consortium developing the terminal includes India's major port operator, Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited, which holds 51% of the port's ownership. Therefore, this action can also be viewed as a joint US-India effort to counter China. Similar infrastructure projects like the I-2U2 in West Asia are being worked on by US and India. The US provides funding and India provides logistics and operational units. In addition, the US is also offering development assistance to Sri Lanka in order to assist in its lowering debt load and enhancing the economic governance. In 2022, the US announced a $266 million package for Sri Lanka. Although the US's approach to diplomacy regarding China's debt trap is still developing, it is evident that the US is dedicated to assisting Sri Lanka and other developing nations in avoiding China's debt trap, as well as to thwarting China's expanding military and economic power in the Indo-Pacific area with other nations such as India.